Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Steph and your chaotic crafter. This may or may not be the third time I'm filming this channel, and as you can see from the title, we are looking at some new sewing patterns. With the crisp autumn air starting to settle in, the leaves have turned. I've definitely noticed a dip in temperature. I'm back under my thicker blanket versus my thinner blankets. It's time to see whether any of the new sewing patterns are worth your time and your money, more importantly. Today I'm taking you on a tour of some of the new fall sewing patterns I've seen from the big four and a few indie ones if that is more your jam there at the end. So grab a cup of coffee, a cup of tea, whatever is your vibe or jam. Whenever you're watching this, let's dive into some new patterns. And if you prefer, you can in fact read this on my blog. If you prefer to read instead of listen, or if you want to save it, you can then save it to Pinterest or whatnot. Or it's a good way just to have the pattern saved. Let's kick things off with Simplicity's new releases. Now, I'm a little bit of a fan of Simplicity. They do kind of have some good stuff now and then. And I think that's because of the brand Mrs., which is run by Mimi G. I do have her book, and I am going to get around to making some of the patterns in there because they're great, absolutely fantastic staples, and there's lots of hacks to make them less staple and more interesting. We're kicking off with these joggers. I know we're going really basic, but I like the fact that they have this pin tuck down the front, and I just think it makes joggers look a little bit nicer. And I threw my joggers out a couple of years ago because they got tons of holes in the thighs. They were like 7 years old, so it was time they died. And I'm feeling the need for joggers this year. I feel the need, and why not make my own, like these beautiful ones. Now, keeping on with the jogger casual tracksuit vibe, we have the 3035, which is a tracksuit jumper and skirt. I definitely think this is aimed possibly a younger crowd, but the more I look at it, the more I'm like, that looks really cozy. Can you imagine some cute boots, some really thick leggings and tights, and then look how coordinated you are. And I could see me walking the dog in this, in all honesty. I just think it's really cool. And if maybe you are sewing for someone younger, this I think is a perfect sewing pattern, really, really on trend. And I really like just the different views. I like the half zip hoodie. I'm over a full-on hoodie with the hood, but I do like a half zip. I think would look really cool. And then for those of you who want a little bit more elevation, a little bit more style, this cape will see you through the next 20 years. It is fantastic. It is the 3033, and it features many design features, right? It's got patch pockets, it's got a zipper, you can have different collars, you can have a hood, you can have a belt with it. It has a placket with snap closures. This one has made it onto my list of ooh, I really want it, because I can imagine it in a beautiful tweed or plaid, like a thinner wool. I have a cape by Vogue in a very easy sewing pattern from Vogue, and I made it in a boiled wool, and it's a little bit too wide in the shoulders. It doesn't quite have enough drape. It's a little bit thick, but this one looks good. Now, we shouldn't possibly forget men. Maybe we should, maybe we shouldn't. But the 3038 is a great autumn coat, a real transitional piece. And what I like about this is the contrast color, contrast fabric, contrast color. I just think it looks really nice. And I do think you could make this out of a waxed cotton, and you can have this as a waterproof coat instead. Now, apparently big statement collars are a thing on the fashion, what are they called? Catwalk this year, and I think this coat pattern, the 3034 with this attached scarf, really fits that trend, and it just looks super cozy, really warm. You're not having to worry about your scarf being a separate piece because your scarf is built into your jacket now. And I just think this coat is a real staple, and if you have this in your wardrobe, there's not many other coats you need for winter, other than possibly something waterproof. But that's a different jacket. That's a different make. But I think this is perfect for like real blustery cold days, and you want to just like make it a little bit oversized so you can fit on like a really thick jumper underneath, and you can just be like properly warm. Now there's a new men's pattern out again on the jogger theme, and it's the 3037, and it is just oversized, really oversized. Now I don't know if you probably could buy these cheaper because of fast fashion, but these are something I would definitely steal off my husband if it had them. I like the fact that they match. It's a little bit cheesy. I think they're a little bit too fashion forward for my husband, but you know, your husband might be more fashion forward, or your child, or family friend, so that is an option. Finally, from Simplicity, we have 3034, and it is a classic knit top, and it is just such a great staple. You know, it's got that classic v-neck, which I really love that. I love a good v-neck. This one, again, it's unisex, so like men or women, you can make it for either, which I really love. And it's shown in different views. You can have like contrast ribbon if you like, or keep it the same. And some views B and C have long sleeves and drop shoulders. I really like the vest as a layering piece because I think it'd go well under my tweed jacket for autumn, when like this jumper wouldn't fit underneath because the sleeves are too big because it's such an oversized jumper. I just can't get my arms in, which is a bit annoying, but then I kind of want that extra layer sometimes, and it would go really well with my brown patina blouse if I made it in a navy blue. So I have thought about this because my patina blouse has that statement collar, and yeah, I love my patina blouse. Honestly, I wear it every autumn. Moving on to Butterick now, we have the 6998, and this is a short and trouser pattern. I particularly would like it more as a trouser pattern. They're semi-fitted and they fit about 1 inch below the waist, but you can change this if you want. I think I'd actually be okay with 1 inch below the waist. And what I like about these is that they have a partial elastic. Now, I am a huge convert to the partial elastic waistband because you're party in the front, comfort in the back. I like that. I like being able to go out and eat a massive meal and not be constricted by my trousers. And it's got a side front pocket with flaps and some stitched hems. So there's quite a lot of detail on these. And I think the added pockets give them like a moddy, trendy feel, but you don't have to add them on if they're not your vibe. Now going back to the V-neck, we have the 6996 topped by Palmer and Pletch, and this is a loose fitting with a deep V and this really thick ribbing. I love it. I just think this is such a wardrobe staple. This is such a casual piece. This is something you're throwing on with a comfy pair of jeans and you're just heading out the door. You're going to do the supermarket shop, or you're just popping out for a cup of coffee, or you know, it's casual Fridays at work. This is perfect, and I just think you can't go wrong with it. And the fact that it's oversized, I just think if you're not feeling like wanting to wear something fitted, it looks comfy. It looks really, really comfy, and that's what drew me to it. And for all of you who adore high fashion, why wouldn't you? You get some very interesting clothes, that's for sure. Vogue has released some absolute gems this year, and the V2054 is an absolute show-stopping cape with plenty of details if you want them. I love that you get the super beautiful brown version with all of the details. I love the epaulets, I love all the buttons, I love the belt, the pockets, or you can have the other version where it is completely pared down and nice and simple. So like they're taking you from beginner to more experienced as you gain confidence. And I love the fact that's all in one pattern. Now talking about interesting and redoing a classic, the 2055 is their take on the trench coat this year, and it has a lot of intricate details, and I think this is perfect for those who are just wanting to elevate their outerwear style this year. It's loose fitting, it's a lined trench coat. You have your collar stand, you've got epaulets, you've got two-piece raglan sleeves, you've got your classic storm flap, welt pockets, you've got a belt, and you've got your back vent as well as normal. But view A has this long panel that's designed just to be casually draped over the shoulder, which I think is a real statement. Not sure how practical it is, but I think you look really trendy. I imagine this someone wearing beautiful like wide leg work trousers and high heels, and like they're storming down the streets. They're on a mission. Now 2052 is another jacket, and what I thought about this one is by Julio Caesar NYC, and I thought this is perfect for those who still want to make a quilted jacket. This is such a basic pattern. There's nothing too complicated here. You've got that really nice notched collar, your drop shoulders, you've even got some welt pockets, so there's enough complications that you can add to make it a little bit more interesting. And I know the scrappy quilted jackets were popular a few years ago. I'm still making mine. It's a work in progress. Again, stuff takes me more than a year to make. And I just saw this and I was like, yes, if you've got like some big bits of fabric, this pattern looks perfect for it. And looks like a really cool way to actually like test out some quilting patterns if you've got like ever wanted to try your hand at quilting, like especially on your sewing machine, or hand quilting as well. Now, if you've seen my previous video, you may have seen that I went on a trouser fitting workshop and I came away with a custom block for my current body. So I've been looking at trouser patterns because they also showed you a little bit how to fit commercial patterns to your body. And the 2051 is a really interesting trouser pattern. It's a high-rise barrel leg trouser with belt loops, back darts, your front fry zipper, hook and bar closure at the waist, and stitched hem. Now, view A has the jeans style front pocket and back patch pockets, and view B has a side front seaming front and back patch pockets. View B looks really cool to me. I like the way the pockets are shaped into the trousers. I just think that looks really cool. I'm now transitioning into a few indie patterns. I've not got too many. And the first ones that have caught my eye are the French Navy Langston trousers, and I do think these could easily become a wardrobe staple. They look comfortable, they're stylish, they have a relaxed fit. They do look like they're a little bit of an involved make. They have this little loop on the side, which I'm not entirely sure the purpose is for, but it does have some really interesting design features. And I think if you're wanting to just stretch yourself a little bit, this pattern is perfect for that. Now this one is a summer pattern and a little bit of a wild card, but the Silversaga Emma dress on top, I think, is one of the most beautiful dresses I've ever seen. I love the straps. It is stunning, and if I was to get this now, I would make this in a top in like a linen look fabric from Pound Fabrics because it's got enough drape in it. And what makes this pattern excellent is the fact that it has 4 different cup options. So like small busted to big busted ladies, you are all covered. Yep. Which for me, in the smaller category, means I can make this in the full confidence that it is going to look good. I love this. I want this. I would make this. So many fabrics. She's just so beautiful. I don't know if it's just because of the model. Maybe I need to go look at like different body shapes, maybe someone more of my body shape. But I saw this and I was like, my heart, just have it. You can have it. And last up is the Schnittchen Family Ada sweatshirt. And this looks super cozy and would be like the only sweatshirt pattern you ever need to buy again because of the sheer volume of options you get with this. Like your kids are covered, you are covered, your partner's covered, your grandparents are covered. There is different style options. What more do you need? You can make a hoodie, you can make a standard sweatshirt. Again, for like £10.50, seriously, amazing. And I know you can probably find all of these patterns for free for the sweatshirts, but why go looking and scouring the internet knowing that all the work's been done for you right there. So there you have it. Those are my recent top picks from the current swathe of sewing patterns that we have seen online. So whether you're in the mood of something quick or something involved, I think there is an option there for everybody. And I hope that these do spark some creativity. I know I've been feeling my sewing mojo again, and I like that feeling. I've managed to do a couple of hours sewing today, which is kind of unusual for me to have that level of focus right now. So yeah, I think autumn is coming, and I feel some old projects being dug out and finished as well. I do think that the Big Four has done slightly better this year, and I do really look forward to some of the autumn indie releases. I can't wait to see what they have in store for us this year, especially given some of the fall catwalk trends that we're seeing recently. And yeah, I think I did go off the Big Four just for the sizing issues, but I kind of think it was me that was the problem, because I have sizing problems with nearly all sewing brands at this point. So I think I need to just take a step back and acknowledge that not every block is designed for someone with a short torso. So any short torso brands, if you know any recommendations, drop them below, because I have short torso and I'm fed up of having to change every pattern. But for the right pattern, I think I will be willing to change and make changes. So don't forget that all the patterns are listed in the description box below, and let me know which ones have caught your eye. Honestly, I'm super interested to know other people's opinions. And are you going to make any of them? What are your sewing plans for autumn? Do you have any? Any old patterns you're kicking around that you're going to make? Any indie ones? I do highly recommend the Patina plans by Friday Pattern Company. Really comfortable, quite okay make, quite easy make. I have two of them now, summer one and an autumn/winter one. And in all honesty, I probably would make more, because they're just something to throw on with a pair of jeans. They end up looking semi-decent and not like a drown rat for once, which is really nice. Thank you for watching, and stick around for my next video, which will be out probably next Friday, because that is my upload schedule. Cheerio, thank you for listening.